Hi, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to welcome you on board the Carnival Panorama. It's one of Carnival's newest and most exciting ships, and it sails in the Mexican Riviera. Today I'm going to take you on a complete tour. If you're planning a cruise or just curious as to what this ship is really like, this tour will show you everything, from the food, the activities, the entertainment, and whether it's worth it or not. Let's start at the top. So what you find on the top is the Lido Deck. It's the heart of the ship. At least it is for me because I enjoy being outside. So you've got two main pool areas. You've got your pool area in the front, more middle front. And that one quite often has a lot of kids in it. And there's hot tubs as well as that's where the giant screen is. So they play movies on the giant screen. And there's sports throughout the day. So the sail away party is here, which is always amazing to attend, as well as if you like to learn to dance. They have dancing and games and things like that throughout the day. So you just have to look at your program to find out what it is and if it's something that appeals to you. On the very back of the ship, that's where they have another pool. And this one was a little bit more cozy. Again, you'll find some kids here, but it was not quite as full. I traveled during spring break with the kids. Lots and lots and lots of kids. If you want to escape the kids, though, and you're traveling without your family, then you might want to go up to Serenity. Or maybe your kids are going to be in Kids Club, which is always a great thing, too. Serenity is an area where there are hot tubs. This ship does not have a pool in their Serenity, but they have hot tubs and cabanas and beautiful chairs that you can laze around in. And of course, there's a bar because, you're just enjoying the sun and the water. You may need to have a drink with that. And on the regular pools, there are bars, of course, with each and every one of them. When you're on the Lido Deck, this is where things get a little bit dangerous because you've got Guy's Burgers there. Guy's Burger Joint, where frankly they serve one of the best burgers at sea. Then there's the BlueIguana Cantina, where you can get your burritos, your Mexican food, even a Mexican breakfast is there. And of course, beyond that, when you leave the pool areas, just right beyond that, there's the buffet. And the buffet is great. In the morning, you can get your omelet specially made for you. And in the afternoon and the evening, they have all sorts of different things. And they have different sections to the buffet. So sometimes it's worth checking out the other sections because not all of them may be open depending on the time of day. But you can also get ones that are a little bit more geared to maybe an Asian cuisine or Mexican, depending upon what they're featuring that day. So you can, on the buffet, there's a lot of different varieties that you can look at. So I always take a chance to look around. You never know what you're going to find. And then, of course, there is a sandwich place there, which is really great if you enjoy sandwiches. And a ship wouldn't be complete without a pizza joint. And the pizzas are great, too. And all of it is included. So you are never really hungry. There's all sorts of food available for you to eat. Let's talk about the main dining room. This is where you're going to get your multi-course meal, where you may want to go for supper each or dinner every night. You come here for dinner and the service is actually really solid. They take very good care of you. And the food is great because it's freshly made and it's right for you. And of course, if you don't really want that, you can do your specialty dining. This one's an upgrade. So there's a steakhouse, there's sushi, and there's a few specialty spots. There is one that specializes in Italian food, as well as another one that maybe is more in the noodle bowls and sushi and things like that. So these ones do have an extra cost, but they are definitely worth it. And of course, we've mentioned before, there is always pizza and always some kind of food available. The soft ice cream that kids can get anytime, anyone can get anytime. And that's available from 10 to 11 p.m. every day. So one of the little hidden treasures that you can pay for in specialty dining, but it's also really great for embarkment day. So one of your little tips is go to Guy's Pig and Anchor instead of going to the buffet when you first board the ship. They have an amazing barbecue there. And it is, I can't say it, it's just amazing. It's really good food and it's easier and you don't have the big crowd. So that's something that I would highly recommend. There's Kids Club, which is great for both the adults and the children. The kids have a blast learning new things, making new friends, and just being kids. Whereas the adults get some time alone to rest and relax. So there's also things you can do together. You can go to the WaterWorks. So the WaterWorks is great for kids because it's got the splash pad. It's got several water slides that look really great. And it's great for the adults, though, because I enjoyed it. But the highlight, that's the SkyRide. You really literally are biking on top of the ship over the ocean. And then you're really into a little bit more, there's a ropes course where you're suspended and you're walking along a rope. There's mini golf, there's basketball, and there even is a jumping area. So basically it's like a floating playground, but it's great for adults as well as children. The cabins are typical cabins. You're going to get exactly what you're looking for. You know, a comfortable bed. The washrooms are a decent size. They're bigger than some of them that I've been on. And you know, storage I found was actually better than I expected. So now let's talk entertainment. At night, the ship really comes alive. You got full production shows, you've got comedy shows, which are really quite often packed. And the comedy shows, they have an earlier show that the family can attend, as well as the later show that is a little bit more R-rated. And of course, there's live music, dancing, whatever you really want. There's all sorts of things where you can be entertained. And of course, if you're feeling lucky, the casino is always open when you're not at port. So that's a place to go as well. So if you're looking for spa and relaxation, the Cloud9 Spa offers it all. Whether you want to get your hair done, or you want a beautiful massage or manicure or pedicure or some reflexology, you can get it at the Cloud9 Spa. You can also go there if you just want to use the gym. So there's a gym there that you can use and it's open daily. So you can find most of your usual equipment that you want, as well as the bikes and the treadmills and things like that. So I'd rather walk outside on the ship. You can go to deck 5 and walk the outsides of the ship. That way you can see the ocean as well. So one thing I always look for is a quieter spot. And as I just mentioned, deck 5 is good for walking on the outside. It's also good for finding a quiet spot, maybe to read a book or just watch the waves or have a drink in hand, just relaxing. And so there's quite a few of these little spots. Of course, you can find some of them up on Serenity, but there's other places that you just can find them as well. Another one I wanted to mention was go to Guy's Pig and Anchor the first day when you board. It's so much quieter than the buffet, and it's amazingly good food. So you can also head to those upper decks, you know, during the morning, early morning, or the dining area. You can get your coffee at the coffee place. You can get your specialty coffee. Just go out and just enjoy the peace and quiet that the early morning brings. Try the specialty dining, but try it on the first night, because that's when you get the deal. So if you want to try specialty dining and you don't want to pay an arm and a leg, do it on the first night. The other one is pre-buy some of these things, specialty dining, your Wi-Fi, because you get deals if you buy them earlier. So that's it for your full tour of the Carnival Panorama. It's fun, it's lively, and it's packed with things to do. So if you just want a high energy cruise experience, this ship is great. It's not extremely big, but it offers absolutely everything that you could possibly want. And even though I went spring break, I still found that I could find areas for myself to be, and didn't ever feel overly crowded or like I couldn't move around. Well, maybe except for on embarkment day. As an embarkment day, everyone's at that buffet, so avoid it. So I enjoyed this ship. I enjoyed everything about it. I found that the entertainment was above and beyond. While it's not a really big venue, they use all of the technology available today to put up big screens and have things, movement that made it more interesting to watch and observe. And the shows were well done, and the talent was excellent when I went. I also found that there was the Gravity 6, which I think is just a band that Carnival puts together. But they had some amazing singers, plus they had amazing magicians in that band. So I would look for Gravity 6 when I'm traveling again, because I really enjoyed it. So I enjoyed this ship, and I will definitely be going back on this one. So if you found this helpful, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe for more cruise content. It really helps my channel grow. And remember, if not now, when? I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.